Good evening. Hi, we're from GP Morgan Group from AM6D class, and we would like to present our midterm project. Let us introduce ourselves. My name is Euriver Zega, and the other members are Freshty Noza, Vivka Guarda, Rianli Nabhan, and Lulu'ul Musytarsyidah. Before we do our presentation, we would like to thank Mrs. Mika Haryanti as our English lecturer, so we can do this presentation, and thank you for all the knowledge that has been given to us. There are 7 topics that we will explain in this opportunity. The first is graph, chart, and tables. Second, multiple chart, process, and map. Third, Microsoft Language Portal. Fourth, Indonesians' common mistakes in translating into English. And 5 is proofreading. 6, the difference and similarities between scientific report and business report. And the last is the similarities and differences between brochure and poster.
Okay, first about graph, chart, and tables. A line graph. The line diagram presented above show information on the data on the number of business management lecture at the Batam State Polytechnic by year of Strata 1 graduation in 10 years from 2005 until 2014. Here we have 2 color of the line diagram, with the blue one of the line diagram represent the number of lecture who graduate each year. In 2010 and in 2014, there were 2 lecturers who graduated at the same time, at the same year, but in the different universities. In addition, there is only 1 person who passed the Strata 1 in each year in 10 years. Then, the orange line depicts the percentage of the number of lecturers who graduated in each year. It can be clearly seen that 2010 and 2014 were the year with the highest percentage compared to other years.
Okay, B for the pie chart. We can see the pie chart in front of us about the number of Batam State Polytechnic Business Management lecturers data based on master's graduation year every 3 years from 2006 until 2021. As we can see from the chart, just over a half of business management lecturers graduated with their master degrees in the year of 2019 until 2021. This data is indicated by the blue slice with a total of 53%. The second major number we can refer from this chart in the year 2015 until 2018. There are about 17% of business management lecturers that graduated on these years. This number is illustrated by the purple slice, and 6% of the lecturers are getting their master degree in the year of 2009 until 2011. Which is the least number of lecturers compared to other years. This percentage is presented by the red slice, located between the blue and the green slice. From the pie chart, we can conclude that most of the business management lecturers had their master degrees in the last few years, on the year 2019 until 2021. The least percentage from the chart is the green slice, which is worth only 6%. The number of lecturers who earned master degrees was the least in those years.
In this slide, I will explain about table or tabular data. As we know, tabular data is data that is structured into rows, each of which contain information about something. And for this case, the data above show information related to the educational history of Polytechnic Batam State Business Management lecture. The data is only taken 5 data as a sample based on data in the higher education database, and the lecture data taken is the condition of for the 2020 or 2021 school year. From the data presented, the majority of business management lecture at the Polytechnic Batam State are master degree graduates. And for the average graduation rate from the 5 sample that we presented above, business management lecture have complete their bachelor and master degree in the 2011 until 2018 period.
Okay, thank you my friend. So I want to tell you from C about tables and data on education history of Batam State Polytechnic Business Management lecture. So we have lecturer name and academic degree, graduation year, and education level. So number 1 from Vina Khalisa Dinuka. She have 2 academic degree, CE.E, graduation year 2014, education level S1, and the second M.SC 2018, education level S2. And the number 2, Dia Amalia. Same like Vina Khalisa Dinuka, have S.E, graduation 2010, education level S1, and then second M.A key, graduation year 2017, education level S2, and the 3 Danar Irianto, academic degree S.E, graduation year 2012, education year S1, and the second M.ACC, graduation year 2015, education level S2, and the number 4 Mega Mayasari have do 2 academic degree, first S.E, graduation year 2010, education level S1, and second M.SC.A, graduation year 2014, education level S2, and the last Muhammad Ikhlas, academic degree, the first S.E, graduation year 2013, education level S1, and then the second M2A key, graduation year 2015, and education level S2. So this is from table.
Next to the second topic, multiple chart, process, and map. As we can see, there are 2 types of charts, the column and the pie chart. And both chart is showing the number of lecturers who pass master degrees every 5 years. The number of lecturers is divided into 3 periods, 2005 until 2010, 2011 until 2015, and the last is 2016 until 2020. In these 2 charts, we can also see the division of lecturers by gender. In the column chart, it can be seen that the Batam State Polytechnic Business Management lecturer completed their master degrees in 2006 until 2015. In this period, male lecturer had the most dominant number, namely 4 people, and the rest are female lecturers. Among all periods, 2016 until 2020 is the year that lecturer graduated the least. The number of lecturers who passed a master's degree in this period was 4 people. The ratio of the number of male and female lecturers is the same, namely 2 men and 2 women. And from these 3 periods, there were no female lecturers who graduate with a master's degrees in 2005 until 2010. On the pie chart, we can get information about the number of lecturers who passed a master's degree by gender. As many as 10%, only 10% of female lecturers graduated in 2005 until 2010. This information aligned with column charts that didn't have the pink bars in 2005 until 2010. On the female pie chart, the larger share belongs to the years 2011 until 2015, which are marked with blue slice. As for the male pie chart, the largest slice was in 2005 until 2010 with a percentage of 46%. The smallest percentage, 18%, is marked with a yellow slice. And this slice represents the number of lecturers who completed their master degrees in 2016 until 2020. And from these 2 charts, we can conclude that the Batam State Polytechnic Business Management lecturers at most completed their master degrees in 2011 until 2015. And based on gender, business management lecturers are dominated by male lecturers.
The process. A process is a series of steps and decisions involved in the way work is completed. And a business process has also been defined as a set of activities and tasks that, once completed, will accomplish an organizational goal. Here we show to you the example of process that we provide a chart regarding the process how to register for new student registration at the Batam State Polytechnic through the PMDK route. Okay, first, students who register for the Batam State Polytechnic PMDK route must first obtain a recommendation from the school so that it can be uploaded during register. Second, students register online on the web registration.polybatam.ac.id. Next, when registered, students are asked to upload a certificate or certificate of appreciation on the registration page provided. Then, the administration will select the file that has been submitted by the student, whether the file submitted is correct or not. If the file correct, faculty advisor will conduct interview with students who passed the file selection. And then, after the interview and evaluation will be carried out first regarding which student deferred to be paid. Then they provide information on the student data that passed in the administration section. And then the administration will announce online the data of students who passed the interview stage and direct students who passed to immediately re-register to confirm that they are willing to join as a student of the Batam State Polytechnic. And students who passed and are willing to join do re-registration. After that, the administration will enter the data of students who re-registered. And then the last is students have been accepted at Batam State Polytechnic student.
Okay, thank you, my friend. So now I want to tell you from C about map, and this is example from maps, and have some dialogue from Icha and Mr. Trisno. Okay, I wanna read the dialogue. Okay, from Icha. Excuse me, I'm sorry for bothering you, sir. Mr. Trisno said, no, that is okay. What happening? Icha, I am trying to find Polytechnic Negeri Batam, sir. Could you show me the way to get that? Mr. Trisno, yes, of course. Start from this. You have to go straight until you find crossroad. Then turn right and follow the street. The Polytechnic Negeri Batam is on your right side in front of BNI automatic teller machine. And Icha said, I'm sorry, in front of what? Mr. Trisno, oh, is in front of BNI automatic teller machine. And Icha said, thank you, sir. So this is example from maps. And we have photo or maps, example map from go to find Polytechnic Negeri Batam.
Okay, next, about Microsoft Language Portal. A. How to active the language portal. First, enable the language in the Microsoft Data First environment and go to portal and click website and select a website to add language port to. And then in the supported language section of the general tab, select a new website language. And then fill the form including the language portal enabled within the organization and supported by the portal and publishing site.
Next, I will explain about create and display content portal using the portal management application. To create web page using basic form and block is a complex text. Wizard create content portal assessment of this process. You can use this wizard to create and expose a content portal by filling in the minimum required fields. 1. Open the management portal application. 2. From the left pane, under administration, select create portal content. The create content portal window will appear. 3. Specify the desired details. If you need additional help, navigate to any fields. 4. Select create.
C. Creating content in multiple language. So there are 4 steps. The first is open the management portal application. The second is go to portals, content, web pages to view the table of contents. The third is to add a new localization of a page. Go to the base page and scroll down to locale the content. The fourth is select plus new web page to make a search for the localized version. The web link set is the navigation link at the top of the portal. Go to location, content web links for the subtitle menu item subtitles. When the language is active for the portal, expect a new link to be created for the language that is just enabled.
The next is related to the advantage and disadvantage of the Microsoft Language Portal. First, advantage. The advantage of the Microsoft Portal include 1. Can translate image and pronunciation. 2. Can translate into respective language automatically. 3. This translator can be used in tablet, PC, and smartphone. Next, the drawbacks of Microsoft Portal. The drawback of this portal is that it finds several problems that occur suddenly. The server is down and it does not work. Example, when there is a problem with the Microsoft Language Portal. There's something wrong with Microsoft Language Portal. No terminology can be seen and the downloads are forwarded to some kind of license page. They cannot use the free term anymore. They can open the site but cannot enter any search terms. And the last, language portal not working.
In this slide, I will explain about Indonesian common stage in translation into English. Translating from Indonesian to English is not an easy because an Indonesian text must oftentimes be edited first before being translated into English. More often, people have many mistakes in translating obscure words than regular writing. And here is list of Indonesian common mistakes in translating into English. First, not paying attention to effective communication. Second, word not word-to-word translation. Third, not having proper knowledge the language. Next, not following the manner and style. Next, exaggerating the meaning of word. And then 6, use of wrong word. 7, being too complex. And the last, using incorrect phrase. Next, this is Indonesian community stage in translating into English. The first is about slang. Second, about sarcasm. Third, about idiom and expression. And for slang, it's like slangy phrase. The sentence may consist of an Indonesian or a regional language element, such as like slang or topographical modification of Japanese. And for idiom and expression, the example is a domba or a sheep fight. Is in English, the word is to divide and conquer, not a sheep fight. And next is compound word. Indonesian compound word can be translated into English word is not compound word. It can be analyzed that such translation is feasible since English have equivalents for Indonesian compound words. 5 is word order. Many Indonesian users are full into compiling English sentence. Although is not grammatically problematic. And the 6, numerical text. Is like Indonesian, we also have to know the types of number in English. Next is punctuation. Use of punctuation give the basic rules of some words and sentence. Therefore, essay and letters should use punctuation in AJD to spelling enhance. Next is structural. Language intent, grammatical, style or tone. It's like most Indonesians generally experience more mistake in pronunciation than writing when writing.
The fifth topic is proofreading. So, what is proofreading? Proofreading is a process of checking for errors in the text that include grammar, spelling, and punctuation. Proofreading is very important because it avoids errors in the text when it's about to be published or to be shared. In correcting a text, there is a difference between correcting and editing. The difference lies wherein an edit there is a change in the structure and language, while proofreading only focuses on small mistakes such as errors in writing, which we usually call it typos. Proofreading is not only for the articles, but can be done in magazine, reports, and newspapers. To do this, it can be done normally. However, in this modern era, proofreading can be done in applications such as Microsoft Word, so that it can make it easier for writers to correct a written word. So, why we need to do proofreading? Our group has concluded 6 reasons why proofreading is important. The first is to make readers focus on the message in our writing. Errors in writing can make the reader fail to focus. This can hinder the delivery of message in our writings. As writers, of course, we want our readers to not be distracted by our writing errors. We want them to have a good reading experience. And the second is to increase authority and protect reputation. Good writing shows that we have knowledge and knowledge in the field that we are leveraging. Having minimal written work and even no mistake can make us trustworthy. Moreover, it shows that we care because we put more effort in our writing. The third is to ensure that our writing fits our proposed punctuation. This has a big influence in our interpreting a sentence. Example, a woman, comma, without her man, comma, is nothing. It's different with a woman, comma, without her, comma, man is nothing. These two sentences have the same wording, but due to the different placement of commas, the meaning of the two sentences can become very different. So, proofreading is very important, so there are no mistakes for readers in understanding in our writing. The fourth is save cost. Typing errors can cost quite a large expense. The article with title 5 times hiring a proofreader could have saved millions of dollars stated that a typo cost a company $225 million in business expense in one day. And for the fifth reason is to increase opportunity to get a job. To get the position we desire, mistakes in writing a resume, a CV, and cover letters are very important to pay attention. According to a survey from career builders, resumes that contain typographical or grammatical errors will not be considered by the recruiters. And the last reason is profitable for writers who want to publish manuscript. A better chance of finding literary agents and publishing their books will be given to authors who are willing to take the time to review and proofread their manuscript. Bad reviews from the readers are often found in books with too many typographical errors. So next, there are 30 important terms in proofreading. The first is bold, the writing type that usually used for the title of a research or writing header on a bold letter. The second, capital. Capital letters are important to note. Writing something in capitals usually used to tell a place, month, name, and etc. For example, the word Batam start with a capital letter in front. The third is capitalized, to write with a capital letter or start a word with a capital letter in a sentence. The fourth, closed up, use of punctuation without spaces between the two sides, number and hyphens. Example, 6 until 7 a.m. The fifth is end dash. The medium length dash use spaces as a punctuation, not colons, brackets, or commas. It is used to form a range on the page book. The sixth is fixed space, used to join two words separated by a space. For example, it is often used between numbers and units. Example like 150 mil, 45 kilometer, and etc. For the seventh, font. The name of the type of writing or typeface with different design. For example, Times New Roman, Calibri, and etc. And 8. Hard return. There is a key on the computer keyboard that is to start a new line using the enter or return key. 9. House style. Often drafted and used for copywriters and proofreaders to maintain a consistent writing style across all written text. 10. Hyphen. The shortest dash can be used to form compound words. It can also be used to show the division of words at the end of a sentence line. Hyphens should not be used as punctuation marks. And 11. Indent. Indentation is the indentation of a text or script from the left border, right border, or both. We can set the indent only on the first line of the paragraph or set the indent to contain. And the 12th is italic, type that slopes to the right. If you really want to stress something, you could write the word in italic script for emphasis.
Next is justify. When you justify text in Word, you give your text right ranges on both sides of the paragraphs. Next, ligature is a character consisting of two or more letters joined together. Next, line fit is like white space, including lines breaks are pre-written in text file. So if you are hard-coding it, simply add regular line breaks. Next, lowercase is like convert text to a lower letter. Next is open. It's a paragraph opening line that appears automatically on the bottom of a page or column. Next, parenthesis. Next, Roman is a font that is upright as opposite to oblique or italic. Next is run-on. To continue a text without oblique. Next, space. Line spacing determine the amount of vertical space between line of text in a paragraph. Next, state. Next, style sheet. Next, take back and take over. Is to fix bad word breaks. You can take back the second part to keep the whole word in the first line, or take over the first part and move into the next line. Next, transpose, the act or process of changing something from one position to another. Next is type. Type is used as a noun to mean a member of a category. Next is typeface. A typeface is a set of the character of the same design. Next is unjustified. As most of you know, justified types means that the margins are even on both the left and the right margin. Next is widow. Widow is the end of a paragraph and the beginning of the next page or column. and the last is uppercase. Uppercase means the same thing as capital in capital letter, the bigger, taller version of a letter, and as opposite to smaller version, which is called of a lowercase letter.
Okay, C. Steps in proofreading activity. Okay, here we have 7 steps. So I will explain first step. And step 1, set it aside. Give pause between writing and correcting the result that have been made. Try when correcting the result of the mood. The body is in good condition, so that in correcting the result, you will be able to be more true to find error. Step 2, fact check. Double check the facts that have been entered into the product to be printed. Step 3, spell check. Before printing, do a spell check again. To make it easier, the check can be done through a digital process or online. And step 4, read aloud. Reading text during the proof stage improves your chance of noticing error, especially missing or repeat words. And next, step 5, focus on one line at a time. This technique helps you keep your place and discourage you from reading too quickly and missing subtle error. And then step 6, attend to format. Proofreading isn't just about reviewing the text. Make sure that the document design address to establish specifications such as page numbering, column alignment, relative font, size, and other features of standard elements such as headlines, subheadings, caption, and footnotes. And the last, step 7, final check. After completing the step above, redo the mark as in each step whether there is something that has not been done or missed. If you're sure about what you have done, it's time to hit the publish button.
Okay, the next topic, number 6, the difference and similarities between a scientific report and business report. Okay, I want to tell you about introduction first. A. Scientific report. Scientific report is a scientific journal related to the natural sciences. The report is an open access report published by the Nature Publishing Group. This report aims to write facts and information related to science or natural science in general. For example, conducting scientific experiment. Scientific report are a type of report text. And B. Business report. In running a business, it is necessary to make business reports so that business management can be well organized. And business report is a business report that contains facts and has a specific purpose without being impartial. The existence of this business report writing is to solve a problem, make decisions, and as documentation of our achievement.
Next, similarities and difference in scientific reports and business reports. First, the similarities in both. 1. Use standard and formal language. 2. Presenting accurate data and information. 3. Preparation of report based on facts and clear sources. 4. Effective use of sentence. Next, the difference between the two. The difference between these two reports are divided by several types. The first one, by definition. Scientific report is scientific journal related to natural science, and business report are reports that contain facts and have a business-related purpose. Second, based on goals. Scientific report aim to provide information related to general observation and analysis, both natural and artificial. And business report aim to monitor business or company management, solve problem, and make decision. And lastly, based on the general. Structured scientific reports have two general structure, including 1. General classification, which contains general statement regarding the subject and its classification. 2. Description. Description related to the phenomena that occur. And business report has 3 parts to report generation, including 1. The initial section contains basic information related to the report. This section has 4 groups of subsection, namely cover and title page, introduction, table of content, and illustration and summary. 2. The content section contains the main text of the report, which is divided into 3 subsections, namely introduction, discussion, and closing. 3. The final part. contain additional information related to the overall conclusion. This section consists of an appendix, bibliography, glossary, and index.
The last about the difference and similarities between brochure and poster. A. Introduction. Poster. Definition. A poster is a form of promotion of a product, event, or idea for mass consumption so that it is displayed in a public room or public place, usually designed and attached to a wall or other vertical surface. In addition, posters usually include both textual and graphic elements. Posters are designed as attractive as possible and also informative. And next, about brochure definition. Brochures are informative paper documents where these paper documents can be folded into templates, flyer, or pamphlets. The information contained in the brochure is dedicated to the target audience. Brochures are designed attractively to drive the attention of the audience.
What is the similarities and the differences between poster and brochure? For the similarities, both provide information about something. They used to promote, to inform for goods or service. The goal is for the general public to know, to recognize, to buy, and to use the product or service that offered. For the differences, we can see from the shape and their size. Posters generally have a shape that tends to be larger than brochure and are in the form of large sheets which are intended to be displayed on the vertical side, while brochures have the smaller size. Generally, brochures are in the form of leaflets that are folded like letters but seem more lax. The next difference is from the audience who sees or which we intended. Posters are generally displayed in public places that are passed by many people, so cannot be limited who can see the poster. And for brochure is generally placed in a certain place. This is the last slide of our presentation. Thank you very much for your attention. We are JP Morgan Group. Thank you very much and see you next time.